Alright, good morning. It's July 24th, 2026. I'm here. Just back here on Friday. Don't trade Thursday, so yesterday was just kind of a break. However, I had to do my market recap and found out a few things. So just looking at my notes here, we're continuing to follow the China trend. Looks like yesterday we had China Industrials distribution, big runner on that. That was go. So huge squeeze from 284 to 497 on the open. And then we also have Singapore Internet Consumer stock. They had good pre-market structure and did a nice bounce off the open yesterday. And then multiple other Chinese moves. So China Packaged Foods Consumer and what else? Another China Industrials building. So China Industrials seems to be possibly the trend here. And let's see, we also had Israel Consumer / Tech. So it's kind of maybe a plan B. But yeah, just kind of looking for those big Chinese squeezes, the big Chinese moves this morning. And whatever else presents itself. So we can go ahead and jump into it. See if anyone was moving this morning. Also wanted to check on oil, which looks like oil is perking up again. Just based on the continued conflict in the Middle East. Still nothing too significant, so I'm gonna ignore it for today. Alright. Like big volume for the day 2 here on GEM, JEM, still a bit high priced for me. Day surge idea here. Let's see how much volume was yesterday. 5:50 a.m. Let's see here. Yeah, not too much action left over from yesterday so far, at least for those day twos. Nice third day surge setup on LABT. So typically there'll be big volume first day, no volume really second day, kind of flat, and then third day it'll open up and push upwards. It is in the 280s. Let's see what LABT is. I think it's US. Yeah, US Biohealthcare, negative cash. So not really within the sector. So I'll just leave it alone for now. But potentially. Gem looks like a good contender. It's just a bit high priced for me. Potential pull into the fours. I could continue on, still getting a lot of volume. EHGO was a big runner yesterday, although I saw that they have an offering in progress, so this one is a no touch, no go for me, because they have an active offering in progress. I'm just kind of curious to see what this does. KUST, US Industrials. Got another third day surge idea, but a bit choppier. Huge volume yesterday on Chai. That's kind of a weird looking setup. Still big volume second day. Looks kind of flat to me. pre-market volume, anything happening that catches my attention on this watch list here. Some volume. Yeah, otherwise yesterday was pretty quiet other than a couple Chinese stocks and that one Singapore and that moved. It still fits the theme. It's just sort of a quiet market US wise, and then these just Asian behemoths just coming out of nowhere, squeezing. So that will be the primary target this morning, unless we get some secondary plays without any primary plays. But ideally we'll get kind of a first day Chinese or Taiwan. But yeah, not much action, not much follow through from the previous days. So just jump straight into the scanner and see what's new. I kind of feel like we're going to get a big pull on the macros on the main indexes, just because they've been going up for so long, and the Iran thing has been extended, so I don't know if we're going to pay for the recent gains. That seemed somewhat inflated to me, just because they were going up during a time of really low consumer sentiment. So I wouldn't be very surprised if we get a big pull on the macros. Doesn't necessarily impact small cap too hard, but it's something to pay attention to. So this is Canadian tech, big volume after hours. No catalyst. Just something to keep an eye on, not necessarily within sector or within trend right now. Negative cash. Warrants at 9. 9's 392. Pretty safe dilution wise. definitely some volume bursts here for third day as ECMD, but kind of a tough call because it is the third day. It's already kind of done its run. Could have something else left in it. It still has a lot of room to go. We're up here at 190. Some potential support at 155. I just keep an eye on it. Make sure there's no offering or anything in progress. So TCMD, cash flow, $0 warrants. I still have $1 million left. And unrestricted shelves, so it is dilutive, which could explain these massive sell-offs. So a little bit sketchy, but still keep an eye on it. Looks like oil, getting volume, US oil. Which makes sense because the war and the conflict is definitely seeming to be flaring up. And typically when that happens, we get oil runs. They're usually very, very dilutive. But looks like it is getting massive volume pre-market. No catalyst. I think it's gonna be because oil went up past $90 a barrel again. We were hanging out around 70, and then recently with the Red Sea attacks, it's pushed up a lot higher. Looks like kind of March levels, which isn't great for consumer sentiment in business and gas prices, but for some reason that Asian sector and oil picks up when the oil prices go up, at least from what I've seen this year. Israel utilities. We did have an Israel run yesterday, so it could be the start of a new theme. What is this? Israel utilities. See no catalyst, but huge volume pre-market. Potential 90-cent entry. 93. Let's see. Yeah, looks good. Just check it. BNRG. So if there are no Asians in play, we could potentially hit kind of a plan B. And Israel. Let's see. Looks like warrants at $2. 167. It's nothing crazy. BNRG. Keep it in mind. to see a Chinese stock today. US auto, definitely not within sector right now. We'll keep it on the radar. Be right back. All right, let's see. Nothing there. Big volume, just nothing to work off of. It's at its all-time lows, it looks like. So no support down here into the twos. I'm not really looking for threes. Okay, just pretty quiet, not too many options. I was hoping to find a decent China setup this morning, but I know they kind of had their time this week. I hope they're not finished with, but doesn't look like much in that regard this morning. I'll check a couple more scanners. So it looks like that's going to be it for the morning here. scanner set up. That is the new momentum burst scanner, so if anything happens to jump during the day, I should get a notification. Because we did have a Chinese squeeze happen yesterday around 7 a.m. With no after hours or pre-market action. So that scanner should theoretically help me catch any of them like that. Yeah, pretty quiet morning here. So I guess my job now is just to get familiar with the list here and find my entries. Okay, US energy again. So my experience, US energy typically pulls deeper than you might expect, even when it's excited like this. So if I were to go for it, I wouldn't be taking a risk up here. Who knows, it could go, but I wouldn't feel comfortable unless it was down. I guess really around the 227. Potential 240s. We'll just kind of see how it looks if it does happen to make it down here. NRG is what again? Israel, that's right. So here's our Israel play. That's kind of the plan B behind China. So yeah, it would be the highest conviction trade. It's somewhat plan B within theme, but potentially just a quick single. Nothing big. That 90 area looks decent. But it is Israel. Yeah, I'd go with the 90s. Canada Tech, not within theme. I think I'll just watch it. AHL does not look like it is setting up for much. Okay. So yeah, kind of tricky options here. Nothing A plus, plan A. As far as just pre-market volume in China. A couple secondary ideas. Potentially ZCMD at 157-ish. Could catch it for a quick bounce to VWAP just based on the range it's giving. And it does have pre-market volume. It is a multi-day, it's not a day one, but even just taking a single could potentially work out for ZCMD. I wasn't really wanting to trade oil today for VK, but we'll see. It's kind of a third day surge idea. Although to get, wait, that's technically the day one there. LGCL. Hong Kong Tech. Yeah, tricky market. Just gonna watch it. LABT. Yeah, this could run, but I'm just gonna take it off my radar because keep it as clear and simple as possible this morning, since we don't have any plan A's. pretty short list here, which is good. I like having a short list. It's less to keep track of and pay attention to. So quiet market is fine. Just watching this one. BNRG is the Israel. Could just take a shot at like the 90-cent area, depending on how volume looks. So if it does break, it's already pretty much there. So yeah, not even huge range. So this would just probably be a couple cents. Like definitely the low 90s. Alright, 40 seconds till the market opens. But yeah, really quiet market this morning. I just have these 4 options here. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. It looks like this didn't even register this morning. Chinese real estate. Multi-day. Could be a potential squeezer. Okay, so maybe OMH is the play of the day for China. I'm still looking at this ZCMD. VWAP getting that pull. That these typically go lower than you would think. So I'm gonna hang out down here in the like 240s, 220s. But yeah, massive squeeze on OMH. Potentially jump in like this area. It's still kind of early in the squeeze, but yeah.
these things have moved so far, it might not even be relevant. Looks like LGCL squeezing as well. Let's see if we can snag an entry. Looks like an entry on LGCL. It's not strong of a squeeze as OMH. It's getting away too. Maybe it'll give us one pull to VWAP. Yeah, it's pretty much between. Pretty heavy selling volume. ZCMD. least this one's not halting. OMH, which is good to see. I guess maybe they fixed it because yeah, halts are pretty scary. We got a first white candle. OMH. Don't tell me we got halted. Hopefully not. Yeah, I think we did. It's like the fourth time I've bought into a halt this week. Like the second. But let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't just wipe. Hopefully it opens higher. I think we got a lot of buying pressure right there at that point, so it could open up higher. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, crazy. You just right into it. Like the couple seconds. pretty much stuck here until it opens back up. I saw a couple of my other indicators go off, but I kind of want to watch it. See, just to make sure. Yeah, I don't know, it's literally the worst case to get stuck in a halt, and I've done it, managed to do it 4 times. This is my 3rd time, or 4th time? 3rd or 4th time just this week. And I was just complimenting it that it wasn't halting. So, I don't know. Okay, well I stopped out like right before it popped back up, so yeah, big jump. Terrible. So stopped out, hit my stop loss, and then it jumped like a good amount, so that sucks. Now it's gonna halt up. Yeah, I missed that. That was just a complete miss, unfortunately, but yeah, tough to trade these hyper volatile ones. That sucks. That would have been a big trade too. Wish I could go back in time and not click the sell button. And now it's halting up. Hmm. Yeah, that really sucks. Man. So, yeah. Just a millisecond longer and my timing would have been right there. but it is scary to trade through these halts. And fortunate, I suppose, that it didn't go lower. But yeah, oh man, that's like, I don't know, a couple $100 right there just in that split second versus a small loss. That's trading. Hmm. Yeah, it's depressing. Just missed it. $112 halted again to the upside. So yeah, almost. Just happened to stop out and just touch my stop loss, and then just took off. could still be other opportunities. Still got one trade left for the day. A little high. I meant to get the 166 area. Okay, just small gain there. Not super comfortable, but yeah, not the best day trading. I think I really kind of sad about that miss there. But yeah, what can you do? It's just, I was looking at that 72 cent, but it did push through 70 and hit 68. That's where I wanted to stop out. And just missed that push to the upside. So, okay. Yeah, that hit. That's where I wanted to enter this one. Yeah, not the best execution, I guess. Not the best patience today. I mean, it's good execution. I hit my stop loss and I cut the position, so it's still a good trade, technically. I followed the process, followed the system, but just a millisecond too early. And missed like a really big move there. Yeah, that's like, just look at that. 120 now, 119. Off of 70, nearly a double just off this run here. All right, well, I guess that's it. Nothing too exciting. Really wish I would have caught this. I don't know what we could have done differently. Might review this, and I mean, I was looking at that 72 level. I thought it would bounce from there, but the halt kind of caused it to panic a bit farther through 70, and that made me nervous because usually when it breaks through it, 10 cent level, it panics farther, but this just cracked through. And with a small account, I have to run pretty tight stop losses. So anyways, have a good day.